Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Hello and welcome to La La Land on LA Talk Live. I'm Brett Chapin. This is episode 109. Thanks for joining us on La La Land. This is the only nationally broadcast show by Los Angeles artists about Los Angeles artists as our guests enter the room. Hey, Jenn Wilson and Jenn Nangle. Good. Sit down, hang out. You're off camera right now, so just
traffic award for nothing.
Traffic. I hear you. So you guys are off camera. Don't worry about it. Hang out, relax, do your thing. I'm waiting on a co-host, so I'm just going to talk to myself for a minute. Yeah. So to let you guys know, Dorothy's going to be here in about 5 minutes. I think she's stuck on 405 traffic, just like you guys were. And so she will be joining us soon. Don't forget to see her in the 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee playing now through the 12th of May. You can go to theaterpalisades.com for information on that. She is fantastic in the show. And make sure you see me in Rent on May 31st to June 2nd.
You actually happen to be in with a friend of mine, which is so bizarre.
You're off mic.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. But Jenn is saying that I'm in it with a friend of hers, Mary Mather.
Yes,
right?
So it's a small world.
Yes. It's an awesome show. You guys definitely have to check it out. I went out and saw a chorus line last night at Musical Theater West. It was a fantastic show. I would talk about it a little bit more, but it's closing this weekend. So if you guys want to check out a chorus line, make sure you go to Musical Theater West before Sunday, and you'll have your chance to do that. What else here? We have next week's Spamalot. It's playing right now at the Simi Valley Cultural Arts Center. Next week, their director, Sean Harrington, is going to be coming in and talking to us a little bit about what's going on in the show and maybe playing some music for it. So we're looking forward to that as well. I'm a little lost here without a co-host.
But that's all right. I got your back there, Brett.
There she
and
is.
she comes in. You know,
I was just saying that I'm lost without a co-host, Dorothy, as you enter the room.
Aww.
Dorothy Dillingham Blue, ladies and gentlemen. And today we are going to be talking with Jenn Nangle and Jenn Wilson of Guides the Web series. If you have any questions for them, make sure to give us a call at 323-247-7443, 323-247-7443. And just on time, Dorothy.
Oh my goodness.
What do you want to tell us about? Anything you want to talk about before? Hey,
no.
I'm not on.
This is live radio, people.
Live
So
radio.
just
Live.
just bear with us here.
Live.
Yes,
I'm still not live.
I was telling everybody about the 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee that you're in right now, which is awesome. And this is just me just talking and just saying words until you get your microphone working. In the meantime, I want to talk a little bit about.
Okay, all
There
right. I'm
you
borrowing
are.
a microphone from a guest. I apologize for the thingy.
As you
And
pull
she's
her along.
That's spectacular.
There we go. I want the footage.
There you
Teamwork.
are.
Teamwork. There
Yes.
we go. Okay. All right. Yes.
Jen and I can share.
We don't. Okay, just temporarily.
Yeah.
Yes, we don't have a $250,000 engineering budget
No?
on the show, unfortunately.
We don't, but
So-
you know what? That's okay.
I think that's the joy of us. I think that's the happiness that people get from us is that we're real.
I think so. We're able to highlight, because I'm of the school, if you have like a spotlight, and some caneback chairs, you've got a show. I mean, let's do that. That's what theater is about. And when you can add production value, then go for it. I love working with craftsmen, but you know what? It's about the nitty gritty. It's about the message that you're bringing to your audience, and that's what we're bringing today.
Exactly.
Yeah,
With Jenn Wilson and Jenn Nangle of Guides the Web series.
exactly.
Yes.
If you guys have any want to find out any information about Guides the Web series, go to guideswebseries.com.
Correct.
And you can also find them on Twitter and Facebook at Guides Web Series on Twitter and Facebook, facebook.com/Guides Web Series.
Check it out.
Yes.
All right.
Jen is the guru on all that
I believe she did. Are you confirming all of that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm shaking my head. I don't even know if I'm on camera yet.
You're not.
You're
and
not,
that's
you're
okay.
not,
That's
you're
okay.
not. But we're talking about you.
Yeah.
So
It's true.
this is the preview that people get of your voices before
Yeah,
you
right.
actually get
So
on camera.
the dulcet tones.
Yeah, but anyway,
Yes.
going back. Yes, Spelling Bee
Yes.
is going really well. We had Christopher McNeely in the audience last night. He was my filled in for you a couple weeks ago when you were having a day off, and so it was really great to have someone who had met the cast first and kind of learned all of our stories and was unfamiliar with the show, and then come and see the show and see what we've been up to and everything. So that was a lot of fun. The audience participants are getting more and more into it. It's one of those parts of the show that you cannot predict. All you can predict is that you will have 4 people on the stage who were never in rehearsal. So that's the only thing you know. And so we've had instances where we could tell someone was really nervous, and so we hope that they get a word that they miss, or some people are very enthusiastic and they've gotten words correct that you think they won't really get, and you're like, all right, I guess you're still in the B. So they were really into it last night. They were pretending like they were on a roller coaster, and it was a gas. It was really fun.
Friday, Saturday nights at 8, Sundays at 2.
That's right. And it's this weekend, and then 2 more weekends after that. We close on May 12th.
Nice.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
It's Mother's Day.
On Mother's Day, yes. And
Fantastic.
in a couple weeks, actually Mother's Day weekend, my father is actually coming into town for the weekend. So I'm going to have him come in and observe, maybe
Yeah.
give a word, because the first play I ever did was Annie, and of course they always need men for Annie, and he ended up being in the cabinet scene. So he was Cordell Hull. So in the cabinet scene.
Nice.
So we worked together, and we
Love
used to
it.
take dance together and stuff. So.
We got to talk to him
Very
about
cool.
that when he comes in. to
Oh
visit.
yes, he's an experience. He's like a cross between Michael Caine and Andy Griffith. Like he's like a
Wow.
like he wears seersucker suits. He's a retired doctor. The whole thing.
That's
So.
quite a combo, Michael
Dang.
Caine and Andy Griffith.
It is. And when you meet him, you'll be like, yes.
Okay, that makes
alright,
sense.
Yeah, totally makes sense.
I know. He's not going to cry, though, like Rex did when he came on the air. is he?
No, and actually Rex,
Your son.
Right, Rex is named after my dad. So my dad is Rex Dillingham.
Oh,
So,
okay.
mhm.
Good. I hope he handles himself better than.
Did you make her son cry?
It was Brett. It was
was
all
me.
Brett's fault.
Yeah.
It was
He came
Brett's
in, he
fault.
saw the face,
And
and
that
he
was
just
it.
like,
He just
I'm out of
burst
here.
into
Done.
tears.
Yeah.
It was done.
It's unbelievable.
Game over.
Yes.
Game over, man.
Cutest
Game
kid. Cutest kid. We'll get him back on the air one
Yeah.
of these days. Hang out.
Yeah.
Rent's going good.
Great.
You know, we're still in rehearsals for that. By coincidence, I just happened to be doing the show with a friend of Jen's.
So random.
That's always
So
the best,
random.
isn't it?
So
Yeah.
random.
The world, I tell you, is so tiny, the theater world. And so, things to know from that. A,
Yeah.
how awesome.
Mhm.
B, don't be an a-hole.
No.
So there you go.
Yes.
BeyondTheStageProductions.com.
Absolutely. And what's the opening date for that?
It is May 31st.
May 31st.
Actually, the dates on that poster are wrong, but it's May
That's
31st to June 2nd.
Excellent.
Every time I think of Rent, though, I just think of Team America. I just want to bust into
course.
their opening song, which is hilarious. I'm so sorry.
My husband's like
It's
that too.
just- It's one of the greatest musicals ever. Is Team America.
I have to see it
Personally.
again. It's
You-
been
it's-
so long. I don't
It's been a long time.
remember the rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, I just want to do the opening song, and it's just so wrong.
Maybe we should play that for our theme song next week.
yeah.
I think so.
It'd be good stuff.
Just musical geniuses.
Can we talk about Ryan Lochte, you guys, for a minute?
Oh my God. How amazing. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because I've been watching the preview, the little
All right.
the
Well,
teasers for this show. I haven't watched the show, of course.
okay. This is a new show
did.
that Bravo.
You did.
I believe it's on Bravo.
No, it's on E.
It's like an E. Let's
E.
not. I mean,
Okay.
Bravo's bad, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It's on E. It's called What Would Ryan Lochte Do? I think
Yes.
this is actually kind of genius of
Mm.
of E to be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
He's horrible, and and it's the smartest marketing move I've ever heard in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have that clip?
Ooh, we have
Okay.
a clip. I don't
So
know
this
anything
is-
about him except he's
This is an interview. He's going around and
You gotta be a man in the morning.
can we stop it right now? Okay.
Oh yes. Okay.
He's did an interview with a Philadelphia morning
Oh,
news
is
show.
this the ones where they just laugh so hard they could barely pull themselves together at the end of it?
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Wow,
and thank you for
perfect.
ruining the clip before
Oh,
we
sorry.
play it.
I just
good.
but it's been on the air for like a week.
I know we haven't been
Oh,
on the air for
sorry.
a week, so trying to, it happened on Sunday. I can't always get on the air.
Well, sorry.
So this is Ryan Lochte, if you haven't heard it, being interviewed on a Philadelphia news channel. Go for it.
I'm a spoiler whore. I'm sorry.
My philosophy is if you're a man at night, you got to be a man in the morning. So if I go out all night and I go dancing and I'm drinking, you know what? I still have a job to do and I still have a goal to do, which is 2016 Olympics. And no matter what I did the night before, I'm still going to wake up in the morning and be the best swimmer I can be and give it 110%.
I like that. I have a feeling my co-host, that's what you live by, right? If you're a man at night, then you got to be a man in the morning.
Well, what I do, and I rip my shirt off.
Pretty much.
When I get out of bed.
If only you could look like him.
I know it. That's something I should say. If only I could look like him. Well, Ryan, of course, you get this question all the time, and I apologize for it. Are you dating someone right now?
I am not dating anyone. I'm single.
Well, you just heard him. He's searching high and low for
Yeah, but you know these reality shows. Sometimes.
So when can we catch a show? It's going to be at E. You know it's going to be fun. The camera, is that bothering you to have the cameras following you around everywhere? Or are you getting used to it?
I'm getting used to it. And I mean, the first couple of days it was a little weird.
Yeah.
I was brushing my teeth and the camera was there, and I was like, "What are you guys doing?"
They go to the bathroom. I thought the bathroom was off limits. On reality shows, they follow you into the bathroom, so you have to tell them what you're doing.
Well, I mean, I guess there's a mirror with a sink, and then you have the bathroom. So
right, he's
you
not
gotta
going over
separate
the
those
area.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, I look forward to watching What Would Ryan Do.
He's into water sports, but that's okay. Ryan, good luck to you. We'll be watching.
Thank you.
Just keep it going.
I can't do it.
Seriously, how are they going to get enough material? What was the question that stumped him?
What a woman can say.
Oh, what
a woman can say.
I guess silence impresses him.
No, it's just a woman couldn't say anything. He is good looking.
I need to do some oatmeal on that.
He is good looking.
You're so gonna get in trouble.
Wait, seriously, how are they going to put together like 13 weeks of programming?
He's so cute.
Oh, he is cute.
Did you see the plaid?
Yeah.
And you should loosen your tie like that, because that's sexy. It really is. Woo! And what did he say? I'm a man at night. What is it?
You know, I'm a man at night and a man in the morning.
We can stop it now.
Okay.
The lash is gonna come off.
So
My lashes are gonna come off. That's my favorite one. When she's laughing so hard, she thinks her lashes are gonna come off.
this is hilarious. What do we think of this show? Are we going to watch this show? I'm going to be watching.
I'd tell
just to see a train wreck.
Honestly. here's my thing is that I have decided to devote my DVR and my time that I spend on my couch to programs that are going to entertain me, and however that is. And if someone wants to spend their time watching that show, then that's fine, but I will not. I will watch the previews, but I will not watch the entire show. That's what the Soup is for, in my opinion.
Oh, yes.
is getting great clips of shows that is like 22 minutes of garbage. If I can get like the maybe 90 seconds of awesome in
Isn't
the
their
Soup.
tagline, we watch it so you don't have to?
Exactly. We watch it so you don't have to, and that's kind of what that is for me. So, and that's another E show, so I'm supporting E, but I just yeah. And
what's funny about it to me is that he just is so sincere.
Oh, he's sincere.
Very sincere. He's not trying to joke around and be. This is he's that's actually how he is.
Well, I had this conversation, with my husband, because we watch the Soup a lot. So we were like, oh my gosh, the Soup's gonna be full of Ryan Lochte clips, and he mentioned something that we expect all of our Olympians to be incredibly well-rounded, when in reality they are highly specialized in a particular endeavor. And so expecting them to always be this perfect persona outside of their specialty is asking a lot, and not everybody is that well-rounded.
Right.
Has really taken the time to maybe properly matriculate into an educational forum or whatever, and so it is asking a lot for all of our Olympians to be that well-rounded, and if that's kind of what we're making fun of in a way. So
and granted, the guy's never done press before. I'm sure
he has.
No, I mean, he's thrown in the spotlight a couple years ago.
Well, yeah, but that's press, and that's 2 years. I mean, at this point, you would think he would have some sort of media awareness. I mean, he's.
But again, I think
but he's
he
doing
might
his
just be
own
playing
show
a
now.
character. I mean, I think now, even if it's not, I think that's what he got his gig on. So even if he was sly like a fox, I think the Ryan Lochte character that everyone fell in love with during the Olympics is what he has to now maintain.
He might be playing it up a little bit, but I think it's how he is. I think it's his
I
personality.
don't pay attention at all.
I watched the first 15 minutes of the
No.
show, and I have to be honest, I think he is the most narcissistic douchebag I've ever seen in my entire life, and he has no personality, and it was so boring.
There you go.
And
There you go.
And that's
so
reality
90
programming.
seconds. There you go.
You
So
know?
the 90 seconds that I'll see on the soup is probably completely enough.
Yes,
correct.
absolutely.
Thank you. So that's
I don't know why he has to have a full season because
right. I don't
Because
watch
he's
the
going to
reality
explain to us
shows.
what an actual bathroom is. It's a place with a sink and a mirror.
Yeah,
Right.
it's all you say. Yeah, honey. When there's a room that's just the toilet, that's called a water closet. Just saying.
Exactly.
What I wanted to say, because I don't know the guy personally, but one thing I do know, when you have a talent and then you are in the public's eye, you have to realize that you can no longer be yourself a lot. So if you used to doing certain things, they're going to expose that. Oh, he walks funny or whatever the case may be. Because I have a few friends who made it to the NBA. So when they come home, they wanted to do the things that they used to do. I was like, you can't do that now because they're going to blow it out of the water. So,
Yeah. I mean, you got to be really careful with what you say. I think if you become somebody that gets in the public eye quickly.
Well, and also,
You know.
he has a long-standing career rivalry with. Oh my gosh, I'm completely brain farting.
I know who you're
Michael
talking about.
Phelps.
Michael
Thank
Phelps.
you. Good Lord.
Yeah.
This is what happens when I have to be on the 405. Anyway, and there's a lot of comparison with him, and with Michael Phelps, there was everything that went down with someone taking a picture of him smoking pot and all of that, and again, it's one of those we raise these people up to be these heroes and the examples, and we're not really all that sure about who they are to begin with, and if they're just kind of being who they actually are.
But
then,
don't you think that if you're in the public limelight, if you're in the public spotlight like that, you have a responsibility a little bit to be an example, to not be a douche, to not be somebody that's, egotistical and dumb, for lack of a better word?
I do think you have a responsibility to, if you are going to put yourself in the limelight, yes, like being in a whole show that's called What Would Ryan Lochte Do? Then you know what you should do, Ryan Lochte? Then do some charity work. Show yourself reaching out, promoting fitness in our school system, something along those lines. I'll follow along with whatever that is going on, but I don't want to watch you, trying to get somebody to say like yay or whatever that word is he's trying to say, and that's not interesting to me.
It's yeah, Dorothy.
I don't care. I really I don't care. Ryan Lochte, I don't care. I don't.
Well, if he wants to be a douchebag, he should do it behind closed doors.
And the thing is,
I don't
That's
think he
all.
believes he is, though. I think the problem
Yeah.
is he's a young guy. He's been told since he was probably 9 or 10 that he is amazing and headed for greatness. He achieved greatness. He again got accolades for it. He then got told how amazing he was, and he didn't have to change anything. So why would he change anything now? In his mind, he's not a douchebag. In his mind, he's just Ryan Lochte.
Yeah.
And this is who he is, and this is how he is, and everyone loves him for it. And now it's being put on more of a public platform, and so I don't get that he's. I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched it. I don't get that he's an intentional douchebag. I think he just might naturally have been yes man so much from such a young age that he has no comprehension of what real life is, because he's been basically spoon fed everything.
Yeah.
He had to work hard to be a swimmer, absolutely.
Of course.
But because of that one skill, he's like Justin Bieber of the swimming world.
Oh,
and
yeah.
because of that one skill, he now is able to get into all places that the average person would not. And so I don't think that's kind of what I get from him.
And I think that's what happens to a lot of people who, but they achieve some success, and so all of a sudden the people around them, all they want to say is yes to them.
Exactly.
And I would, that has happened to, I certainly believe it's happened to Oprah Winfrey. I think not all of her ideas are brilliant. Definitely to people like Tyra Banks and, everybody that's have these, the talk show circuit, I think is a big one. And I still watch Smash. I don't know anybody else out there, but I still watch.
You're their one viewer.
I'm their one viewer, yes. But they did a great example of that when they had the competing musical that was going on, Liaisons. The lead in that, he had never heard anyone give him any constructive criticism. It was always like, yeah, that's a good idea. We can try that. He would have all these crazy, wacky ideas. And it was just like, no. Finally, his Ivy, or whatever her name is, Megan Hilty's character, is like, this is terrible. These are terrible ideas that you have. This was a good show, and now it's not good because you're not good. You can do so much better. And he literally says, it's been decades since anyone has told me anything honestly, like given me an honest comment. And I don't know.
Well, we have this show, and people don't do that to us. I feel like people are very honest with us about this show.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess, obviously when you reach that level of
maybe you're not a
national
man in the
exposure,
afternoon, only at
maybe
nights
that
and
must be
mornings.
it, yeah.
Maybe you should be a
Clearly.
man all day.
All day.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Wake up and be
wear
like,
plaid
I'm a man.
Unbutton my tie. Unbutton my tie? Loosen my tie. Where are we going? Did you ever think we'd be talking about Ryan Lochte today? I didn't.
Never.
We're here with Guides the Web Series, Jenn Nangle and Jenn Wilson.
Yes.
Let's get these lovely ladies on camera.
Great. Oh, so we'll take a little break?
Yeah, take a little break. For any questions for them, give us a call at 323-247-7443. 323-247-7443. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/LaLaLandTalk, Twitter at LaLaLandTalk, and we'll be back on La La Land on LA Talk Live. Welcome back to La La Land. I'm Mario Andretti.
Yeah. And I'm formerly Ashley Judd Andretti.
Right? No, I'm Brett Chapin. That's Dorothy Dillingham Blue.
How you doing?
Welcome back to La La Land.
We're back.
And we're talking today from Guides the Web Series, Jenn Nangle and Jenn Wilson. Hey, Jenn Nangle and Jenn Wilson.
Hi, Brett and Dorothy.
Hello.
So you were both our guests on our very first episode here at LA Talk Live, and we're excited to have you back. And you are both co-producers of Guides the Web Series. Tell us a little bit about Guides the Web Series.
Guides the Web Series. It is a sci-fi web series about ancient aliens who are here helping humanity get ready for the 2012 shift. And if they don't, bad things happen. And yes, I know we're past 2012, but you don't know if it happened or not. Things may just be shitty right now.
You don't know all the things that happen too.
No.
Oh.
So
Very cool. And this is a one season. You have one season out so far.
We have the first half of season 1 and season 1.5 because we're going, cable action.
Yes.
We're very cool. We took a hiatus and we're rolling into season 1.5.
There you go.
In the next 2 weeks. Yes. So
Good
we'll
stuff.
do the back 5 episodes will be released at that point.
Cool.
Yeah.
And people can find that on guideswebseries.com.
Correct. Yes.
Very cool. So what else is new?
What else is new?
Well, we went to LA Web Fest.
We did.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes,
We did.
And you won 2 awards?
we did.
Fantastic. What were they?
They weren't specifically for Jen and I, but I say we because
Guides the Web Series.
Guides Web Series won is an multi-award winning.
multi award winning.
Yes.
Very nice.
Alvin Lamb, who plays Dre, he won Best Actor.
Hey.
And then Al Ramiro, our editor, won Best Special Effects.
Oh.
Very cool.
Because that's not something you hear about a lot with web series is the special effects.
Right.
That
Yeah.
doesn't tend to be where I think people are seeing it as like a new writer's medium, focus, but special effects, that's must have been something that really popped for your series.
It really did. I mean, Al is doing an amazing job making our aliens look alien-esque as far as our teleportation action happens. I mean, he hand draws. God bless him. I don't think he realized how much hand drawing was going to happen. But he hand draws Alvin's transportation when he pops in and out of the scenes. And so it looks amazing. And so he's done some really cool stuff. Each of us has our own device. I'm light. Alvin is weather, and Jenn is fire. So we've got our own little kind of sound effect and element that happens every time we pop in and out. And Al created all of that for us. So it's a very well-deserved award for sure. So
congratulations.
Yeah.
So there's a few series out there that have to do with aliens.
There are a couple. Yeah.
What makes Guides a little different? What makes it a little bit better?
We're good aliens. We want to help humanity. We don't want to take over Earth.
Ours is not. Yeah, ours is not about the domination of aliens, of the domination of the human race. It's more about helping them and elevating them to get them to the same level as aliens, so that we can all live in this vast galaxy together.
You're good neighbors.
We are good neighbors.
Very nice.
Okay.
Yes,
We look out for you guys.
Yeah, and so that would be the difference of what I've seen a lot of alien type stuff. There's always it's always like an overthrow, or and not that we don't have some element of aliens going rogue or whatnot, but it's more of an internal office struggle than it is humans versus alien kind of a thing.
Okay,
Would
so
you
something
say-
a little bit different.
Yeah. Would you say the tone, is it more on the comedy side, or is it a little bit of both? I mean, are there humor, dramedy?
Definitely in dramedy.
Okay.
There's some humor in there.
There
I
is some
think.
humor for sure. I mean, it's definitely not. We didn't write it strictly as a drama. We definitely wrote it more towards it being humorous. But there are some dramatic elements to it. So it kind of sometimes walks this line that we fall in kind of that dramedy aspect of it.
Okay.
So yeah.
Now, are either of you aliens to California? Like, did you come from another part of the country, or?
Good segue there.
Thank you.
Aliens.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm originally from Boston.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And I'm originally from the Detroit area.
Nice. There you go.
Absolutely.
My
That's
dad's
Detroit.
flying through Detroit in order to get here.
Oh, what a lucky man.
I know. It's the quickest way to get him here.
Oh, absolutely. Where's he coming from?
From Charlotte.
Oh, okay. Yep, absolutely. And
How'd you get the idea for the Guides web series? How did it first come about?
Well, I've always been a huge sci-fi fan, and all of them. I mean, I'm just a big fan of just the whole genre and the fantasy and all of that. And then I also stumbled upon Ancient Aliens, the series on History Channel, and Jenn and I actually went and saw the guy who's the producer, Giorgio. We actually went and saw him talk.
The crazy-haired
in
man?
November.
Back in
Hilarious.
December, November, yeah.
It was an amazing talk. Jenn was like a little glazed over, but I was like, he is fascinating. But it is. It's this entire ideology of the fact that we actually have been visited by actual, ancient aliens in the past, and I am just fascinated by it. I can rewatch episodes and I take notes. And I have all these ideas from different episodes that I want to roll into different seasons. And I'm just epically fascinated by the fact that I do not believe that we have not been visited numerous times. And so I just took that idea and some ideas that I really enjoy astrology. And so we kind of rolled the 2012 and the astrology and the ancient alien concept. And there it was.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Very nice. And now, I think a lot of people are trying to, I got to get into some project, and you guys develop your own work. And so that's really inspiring to say, you know what, the breakdowns aren't what I'm looking for. I'm going to make my own breakdown, and
that was, I mean, I don't know about for Jenn, but for me, that was probably one of the most rewarding things because, I'm fairly new to LA. I haven't hit my 10-year mark, which I think everyone says, you're an overnight success after 10 years. So I haven't quite hit my 10-year mark. And I just, nothing that I was really looking at or being even in the, breakdowns and whatnot, I just wasn't getting the kind of stuff that I really wanted to do. And I've always, had this idea for a show. And so then we kind of put that together and we kind of took our favorite things that we like to play, and Jenn likes to play, the bigger, funnier people, and I like to play kind of more anal retentive, controlling
in
individuals.
charge.
Anyway, maybe we didn't go too far off our personalities, but anyway, and so we just kind of wrote it to that.
And then how did you two meet up with each other? So how did that?
We met years ago. We were taking a actors co-op workshop.
Yes.
And Jen and I didn't talk until like the last 3 weeks
Something like that, yeah.
of the class or something. And then I don't know, after class ended, I was just kind of sitting around. I'm like, wonder what Jen Wilson's doing. We said we would keep in touch. So I emailed her. I'm like, hey, you want to go for coffee? And she's like, yeah. So we've been together ever since.
Ever since.
We're talking with Jenn Wilson and Jenn Nangle of Guides the Web Series, guideswebseries.com, 323-247-7443 with any questions for them.
Please, I would love to answer a question.
Oh, yeah. There's got to be a question out there.
Exactly.
I know.
Like maybe, which episode would one of your co-hosts be in?
I wonder.
If you were to watch Guides Web Series Season 1.5.
We're talking about you, Mr. Brett Chapin.
This guy?
Yeah.
Wow. Yes, I did do Guides Web Series.
Yes, very
Episode
true.
7. Check it out.
Yes. Talk about typecasting. I believe he looks about the same.
Playing a talk show host.
Exactly.
Go figure.
It was spectacular.
So what about the people that say aliens are stupid? Aliens just, they don't interest certain people, and that's okay.
That's
but
okay.
what would you say to those people to get them interested in the subject?
To get them interested
I
in the
think
subject.
that there's an element of Guides Web Series that everybody can like. I mean, we're funny. We got zany characters. We have interesting conflicts, situations we find ourselves into. So it's not really always about the aliens. I mean, I guess us blinking in and out of places is more sci-fi, but I think anybody can like it, to be honest.
Absolutely. I mean, it's more of it sounds really cliche, but it's more of a office comedy with an alien overlay, because basically it's just the wacky hijinks that ensue with our workplace and what happens and what politics are occurring with that. And we just happen to be aliens trying to save humanity.
But that's true. It is kind of like The Office meets the X-Files.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, because there's an actual storyline. It's not, kill the aliens, they're
Right.
going to abduct me. There's actually a plot.
Also,
thank you. Yeah.
when we were at LA Web Fest too, I think it was LA Web Fest, a guy compared us to heroes. Too.
Yo, God.
Ooh, very
Yes.
good.
Really?
Totally
Yes.
loved that.
We were like,
comment. We love him.
Thank you. As long as it's Heroes Season 1.
that's what we
Yes,
said, and he
yes.
said he did confirm that.
Okay,
Yes.
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 There you
No,
go.
it was that Show Your Shorts.
Oh, that's what it was. Show your shorts, yes.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, we've people who actually watch it, which is funny because people are like, I saw it, and they like watch maybe 10 minutes of, maybe episode 1, which is all of 10 minutes. But so they maybe caught episode 1, which episode 1 is a lot of fun and I enjoy it, but it really doesn't get you to the meat of the story until you get to like episode 2 or 3. So
Okay.
if episode 1 just kind of sets up what all the backstory is, and people who've watched it through episode 5, like even my daddy, like he's like, you need to get on this because these little nuggets, I need to know what's happening. Like he's like story wise, he just wants to know, because our writer did set it up really well, where it's just we kind of lay these breadcrumbs to get to the end of the season of what's happening.
So you really need to take. And you said there are 10-minute episodes.
They fall in between 5 and 10 minutes.
Oh
Yeah.
well, that to me that is a fruitful afternoon of binge watching.
There we go.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
I would suggest that everybody just take a good hour and a half and do some binge watching of guides.
I think it's like 30 minutes
Yeah.
for the first 5
the
episodes.
first 5 episodes
Oh my
under
gosh.
45.
Yeah.
So yes, you can do it in an hour.
Definitely
Absolutely.
worth your
Yeah,
45 minutes.
absolutely.
Yes.
So there's
A lot
so
of fun.
much stuff that's going on with new media and a lot of things that are happening with that, the opportunities that weren't available a while ago. How has it changed the playing field and leveled the playing field for a producer? I know how it kind of has for an actor's point of view. What about for a producer?
Just my experience from being at LA Web Fest, I got to the opportunity to speak on a panel, and it was just so fascinating to actually talk to other people who are doing the same thing. And you get to actually create content. And I don't know how else to explain it except as if you 10 years ago, if you wanted to be a producer, you literally had to go through the process of interning and then getting into the office and then PAing on set and then getting to the next level. And you'd have just really spent a bunch of time, where now if you have an idea and a camera and some people and friends, like you said, with, a spotlight and some chairs,
Right.
you can take your idea and produce it and get it out into the world and actually learn so much about what you want to do. And you might learn you hate it. Because some people, it's just not fun at all. I mean, it's a lot of paperwork from SAG and trying to track stuff down and making sure that you've got hair and wardrobe. And I mean, I was doing makeup and location. And some people hate it, and you may learn you hate it. But it's a far easier way to learn you hate it or love it than having to put in 15, 20 years and all of a sudden you're on set and going, I don't ever want to be on another set ever again. Yeah. So for me, the producing aspect of it has been amazing because I've learned how much I really, truly enjoy it.
That's great. Yeah.
That's for me.
Do you think it's easier
for you?
Oh, for me, I just wanted to be in control.
There's also that element.
I wanted to tell people what to do.
Yes,
no, just kidding.
Yeah,
Ooh, we have a caller.
We have a caller?
Look at that.
Oh my god.
Hi, Mom. No, I'm just kidding.
Hello, caller.
Hello, Mr. Saint-Pierre, please.
Oh, you know what? He's not on right now. This is La La Land, but you can call back for him. Thank you. 323-247-7443. Any questions for our show?
Exactly.
323-247-7443.
I will say what I really enjoyed about talking about Jenn being in control. People always talk about like the showrunner, blah, blah. I love being a showrunner. Like that. I mean, I know it's a show that's a 10-minute long show, so it's not like I'm coordinating, mass amounts. But that's one of the things where people are like, if you could do anything else, I think that if I couldn't be an actor, I would put all my energy into being a showrunner because I just have loved taking an idea of my own, casting it and then making it happen and then being in charge of the storyline and having to drive that bus has just been, for me, I've just totally loved it.
Did you have a separate director as well?
We did for a while, and then there were some creative differences, and so we moved on, and I ended up having to direct a handful of episodes towards the end or somewhere in the middle. And directing was cool. I dug it, but I was wearing so many hats that for season 2 we definitely will be bringing on someone else. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, because and I think with something like with a television series and everything or web series, with it's very showrunner, writer, producer driven.
Correct.
And so I think sometimes if you have a director that's used to being the captain of the ship,
right?
They may you have to learn where you fall in as far as the driving.
Well, I think we actually make a really good team.
Yes.
Because what Jenn is strong in, I am not, and what I am strong in, Jenn is not. Yes. Did I say that right? Am I making myself look like I'm not strong?
Balance each other out.
Yes,
thank you.
You balance your strengths.
Our strengths do balance each other out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I mean, I think that's been the drive to what's getting all this done and stuff too.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work that people don't expect. And I think a lot of people start web series and they're like, we'll see. We'll do 6 episodes and then they maybe just get one done.
Yes.
The thing that we stumbled into that I think was beneficial, but at the same time people are like, you did what? Is we shot all 10 episodes like a mini feature. So we basically shot out each location instead of worrying about episode 1 and we're doing episode 1 and then shooting episode 2 and then editing and shooting episode 3. We shot everything that was in the restaurant for all 10 episodes in the restaurant. And so when we were done shooting, we had footage for all 10 episodes. So for us, it was very fortuitous because we now don't have to go back. No matter how long it takes us to edit these 10 episodes, we have them ready to go.
Yeah.
And where I've unfortunately run into a lot of other producers that are like, yeah, we just got funding for episode 2. And I'm like, oh.
I think,
and that's for me that would just be frustrating because that was the cool thing is that my dear friend Sean, who's the writer, him and I collaborated and we got all 10 episodes written, and we had the arc of the season 1 ready to go, so any of the actors could read it and know what their arc was from
we knew
page
where we were going.
from episode 1 to episode 10, so they knew what was happening the whole time.
That's a great advantage
helps
to
as an actor.
everyone.
Yeah,
absolutely.
On the project.
So I would say that was for us a good way to go. I mean, yes, there's a beautiful thing about getting that, I haven't experienced it, but I read about it a lot, where you get that script and you find out your character is doing this, and you're like, holy crap. And I can see where the build is very fun, but for the budgets that most of us have, I found that shooting out the entire season all in one, numerous chunks, but shooting it all and then going into post was for us the best way to go.
And that seems like a better way to manage your budget as well. And to me, when someone
budget?
well, I mean, Well,
No, I'm just kidding. But you're right.
close.
You're
but
right.
your time, and
Yeah.
I mean budgeting of the time as
Yeah.
well, because if there's one thing, if you're working on these web series and like I said, you're saying there's no budget, which means a lot of people may be gracing you by
Absolutely.
just showing up and doing their job. The worst thing to happen, because it's happened to me on several projects, is to show up and you're ready to go. You've provided your own wardrobe. You've taken, you've taken a leave from your job, because you really believe in this project, and they're kind of like, we're not sure what we're doing today. We may get done today, we may not. And if I'm helping you bring your dream to reality, then you better know what that dream is my thing. So that's great that you have that planned out. I wish more people plan that far ahead.
Well, thank you. I mean, I have to give credit where credit is due. Our team was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we had Carrie Brantley, who was our DP. We had our producer, Trish, who was also in it. We had Josh McHugh, who just came out of nowhere and was just kind of the all-around one of our crew guys. We had Fawn. We had Eric. We had Marka. We have just had this amazing core group of people that just kind of followed us from location to location when they could, or gave us an hour or two here. And our cast and crew was it was amazing. And it was such a team effort that we just cannot thank them enough. And I'm sure I'm missing some names, so I apologize if you're listening and you're like, you did not name me. I love you. I do. I do.
And I have to say, we were actually really fortunate and really blessed because, like I said, we didn't really have very much of a budget, if anything. And a lot of people donated their locations. Yep. So many people donated their times. So we were just really equipment. Oh my gosh, equipment. So I mean, we were just we were really blessed.
We were really, really blessed. And so you really have to, it was kind of funny because the whole theme of the web series is kind of, we're guides. And so when you ask a guide for help, they're there to help you. And that's kind of, there's different, we show different people that are being guided throughout the series. And, but it's just funny because it was the whole thing is you ask the universe for help and they'll help you, but you have to ask. And we were asking all over the place. And I'll tell you what, man, the universe provided. It was crazy. So
it's amazing. What is the worst thing they can say?
Exactly.
No.
Right.
It's 2 letters. Come on. I mean, just go for it. Yeah. Go for it. You never know.
Yeah. So
what do you want an audience to maybe take away from this, from this series? They're done watching the entire season. Is there something in particular?
Something to take away. I think it's, for me, and this is just kind of my hippie liberalism getting out, but, you got to help out your fellow man. I mean, that's the deeper issue. I mean, I hope they're entertained and I hope they enjoy the story and I hope they latch onto a character or two and brings them back for season 2 because they need to know what happens. I mean, for sure, as a storyteller, that's what you want. But, as a human being, I mean, I think I'm just as a person or as someone who's trying to create a story, I'm kind of over the not helping out your fellow man mentality that I seem to see that is pervasive lately with a lot of our country, which upsets me greatly. Not to get too much on a soapbox, but so, that's kind of the thing with guides. Like, we're kind of here like, hey, humans, you gotta turn this around. And we're trying to come at it with a little bit more of humor, so it's not so much like, this is my soapbox and I will pound. We're trying to come at it with,
because that's easy to do.
It is.
Yeah, you don't have like Weepy Puppies and Sarah McLachlan singing.
We do not.
There's none of that.
Because that gets me every time.
The
cat who does this.
Oh,
the thing. I can cry just thinking about it.
I switch the channel because it makes me feel like I'm really just being played, and I'm like,
awful.
Stop it!
Yeah, it's so awful. And that song, oh my god, that song is.
It feels like it goes on for like
days.
Oh, so
because
long.
it feels so manipulative, and it's like I have never purchased a pet. Like, stop it!
I have 2 cats, so it's like when the cat's like, I'm like, it's horrible. So so no, none of that. No Sarah McLachlan.
When I was pregnant, don't forget about it. It would just slightly come on. I'd be like,
I can only imagine.
That, and anytime I saw a 3-legged dog, it was just over. Over. And if it had one eye on top of that, I had to be carried home.
Wow.
Carried.
That poor dog needed to be carried home. How was it getting home? That's horrible. But
a little to the right.
But yeah, so that's kind of it. I mean, if I have to go deep and, to get all deep and meaningful, just that, don't be holes to each other. That's basically the tagline. Exactly.
Yeah.
I think at one point in episode 1, it's like, I think they, the boss comes out and is like, you have to be good to each other, and then the cavemen throw rocks and sticks at them, and Dre's line is, I think they need to cook a little longer, and that line just cracked me up, because that's just kind of what I think. We just need to cook a little longer. We're about out of time now. The oven's about to be turned off. So that's the theory of the show anyway.
Oh, okay.
The oven? Okay, I don't know what that means, but we got to go further
well,
with that.
Cook
at
a
some
little
point.
longer, so I was just going with a baking metaphor.
Oh,
That's
gotcha.
All. That's
okay.
all. Cook a little longer, or boiling in a pot. I don't know. Bunnies. We're going
Stick
fatal
a toothpick
attraction.
on
It's
the
just
cake.
getting ugly. But anyway,
It's a little 5 minutes ago, but you know what I do
Exactly.
when that commercial comes on?
that?
I laugh,
Do you?
and
Really?
and then I throw my beer at the screen, and
You're a violent
know.
man, Brett Chapin.
It doesn't seem
Yeah.
like you.
It doesn't strike
It
me
just-
at all. I would think that you
I just
would
wanted to go a little more
sing
manly
along
than
with
the-
sing along with Sarah
Sarah
McLachlan.
McLachlan. Well,
Hit those high
You,
notes.
you do have 3 girls on the show right now, so we're
It's
kind of
true.
ganging up.
may you find some
know.
comfort here.
Exactly.
Van Eric, help me out over here.
I just want to
Um,
sing the ice cream song that she does.
I love that song.
know.
I am not gonna lie.
That's
If
a
I could
good one.
if I could get that song on, guys, I would do that, because that song is
Ooh.
spectacular. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, they're divorced now, so maybe she'll just let it
maybe
go.
she'll let me have it. That'd be nice. I
Yeah.
can use that for me and Madeira.
And I think it's public domain. I think you can use
Yeah.
30 seconds of it without getting
You
in trouble.
can't. I have tried.
You
Yeah.
can't?
No, that 30 seconds is not. That 30 seconds is a fallacy that they tell all producers. It does not exist. I've called.
All right.
Really?
Well, I hope Muse isn't listening to our show then today.
No, that's different, because I think you guys are different. I think if it's recorded, since you guys are live, I think it's different.
Oh, okay. That's how they get you.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
Fascinating.
brutal.
You know, we don't just interview here. We learn on La La Land.
We do. There's a learning curve.
I literally had the guy over at Ask by whatever the code is, laugh at me over the phone. He's like, "What's your budget?" I'm like, "Nothing." He's like, "Yeah, good luck."
Well, I remember a friend of mine who was he was doing like a big film,
Ask
like a
Cap.
Julie Taymor thing, and he was trying to get a lot of clearance for art.
Mm.
And that was, he goes, man, if I have to call about one more piece of art, I'm gonna freak out.
That's amazing. The clearances are amazing. Yeah, because there's one for the end of season 1 that it would be one that I would try and find money for. That's how much I want it, but I have no idea. I have to figure out how much the clearances are for it.
Well, speaking of that whole thing about producing your own work and how much more work it is to produce a web series, and we see that just producing this show, it's a lot more than just talking in front of a microphone. What do you think is the one thing that you would want people to know if they were going to go into producing a web series?
Keep going.
Yeah.
There have been numerous times that I've wanted to give up, and thankfully for this girl and my boyfriend and my parents, I've continued going, and so many more opportunities have opened up for me. So just keep doing it, keep going, don't take no for an answer. I mean, there are a lot of times I think we kind of felt defeated, and then we were just like, all right, what are we gonna do now? Let's figure it out, and we did.
Yeah, I absolutely just keep going, because even if it doesn't work out the first time, try it again. Like, I mean, our original inception of Guides did not work out the first time. We actually shot 4 days on it.
4 days, totally different. Well, some cast members were different. Storyline was completely different,
and
it didn't work out.
We ran into an issue, and it fell apart. But it was a project that the core group of us believed in, and so we're like, okay, we're gonna regroup. Got a new writer, did this, did that, and now we are an award-winning web series. Multi-award-winning web. So it's been unbelievably rewarding. And now this girl actually has a podcast because of it.
Yeah, she does. Let's talk about that for a minute. The Greg and Jenn show.
The Greg and Jenn show. Well, I have to thank Jenn, because Jenn was a guest. My co-host is Gregory Hall, and he's in New Jersey.
Hello, Gregory.
And he interviewed Jenn on his own show, the Geek Supremacy, about Jenn and guides and stuff.
And my geekdom, my geek flag flew high that day.
Woo! Yeah, I was listening to it. I was like, I could never be on this. I have no idea what comic book character I would want to be or anything. But a couple weeks later, we friended each other. We were supporting, liking everything on Facebook and Twitter and stuff. And then all of a sudden he messaged me one day and said, want to do a podcast together? And I was like, sure. And I have to be honest, I'm just kind of along for the ride. He's the man in control. He's like we're going to do it Sunday nights, and these are some of the topics we're going to talk about. And I just kind of sit back and drink my wine and laugh and make some jokes, and an hour goes by.
This is all old hat to you, though, because you've done our show, like 3 times now?
No, this is only my second time.
Oh, that's right, because you didn't make it the first
I didn't make
time.
it
That's
the
right.
first time.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you're used to it. 2 times the charm.
That's true.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah,
That's
more
great.
experience.
Where can people hear it? Where can people listen to it?
You can check us out on, because it's funny, we do a Google Hangout, and we record it, and then we upload it onto YouTube. So you can YouTube us, The Greg and Jen Show.
Which I have.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. And Jen enjoyed it, right?
I did.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Kind of
Can't
laughed
wait
a
to see
couple
it.
It's very Ryan Lochte.
We talked
very-
about Ryan Lochte.
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
Very,
Yes.
very current affairs, current
culture.
pop culture stuff.
Yeah. We kinda-
McKenna would love it. I think Jen should do it as McKenna.
McKenna
Maybe one
is-
day I will.
McKenna is her character on Guides. I think she should do it as McKenna. I think McKenna
Ah.
should be a guest host one time.
I would love it. I think Gregory would game for it. So
I can't wait to hear it.
yeah, it's pretty funty. I mean,
Some of the good stuff.
we have 2 shows under our belt, and then the third one is coming this Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sunday night we uploaded like around 8 o'clock our time, Pacific Standard Time.
Love it.
Yeah.
You're like doing what we do now.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
At home with wine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
I
Her
need
setup
to
is
look-
hilarious. It's like this white chair and
Even
Jen
better.
and her wine and the camera. It's hilarious.
Hey, you gotta work
Like,
it. Gotta work
it's
it.
spectacular.
Gotta love it.
That's good.
Well, Guides the web series, Jenn, Nangle, and Jen Wilson. Thank you so much
Thank
for joining
you.
us again.
Thank you. Thanks for
Thank you very
having us
much.
again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if anyone's listening, we should have a teaser for season 1.5 coming out sometime this week. I'm going to work on it right now.
Ooh.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
It's very dramatic and hilarious.
Oh, can I just give a shout out?
No.
Oh, we're
Go
kidding.
ahead. Go ahead.
There'll be
I'm
no
sorry.
shouting.
Tyler Barton 27 from
Yes.
Twitter.
We
Oh,
love
yeah,
Tyler
Tyler.
Barton.
He's like our #1 fan.
Oh, yeah.
I
Tyler
love
rocks.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yes.
Tyler.
So
we
thanks,
appreciate
Tyler.
that.
Longtime fan. He's been really
yeah.
supportive.
Oh yeah, he
Of
actually
us.
I think tweeted that he was excited that we were coming back on. I was like,
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
listened last time?
Yeah, he just tweeted
Awesome.
again and said we're like the perfect guests.
Oh, that's so
I
cool.
know.
Tyler.
Love him.
Love him.
Tyler has been with us for 2 years. He's been with us since the very beginning.
Oh wow.
Thank you, Tyler.
Yeah.
We appreciate your
You
support.
you totally
Good
made
guy.
our day.
You did. You really
Yep.
did. So cool. Well, thank you so much for having us again, you guys.
Yeah, no
That's great.
problem. Come back anytime.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Let
Thank
us
you.
know when you get season 2 going. We'll
Yeah.
have you back.
That'd be great.
Hang out.
No, absolutely. We're definitely going to start talking about that in June. So
Can't wait.
we are not
Nice.
we are not laying down on the job.
And I'm just gonna say it: if you happen to need a talk show host for season 2, I know somebody.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna make sure I get that information. That'd be great.
Okay.
It's me.
Is it
Yeah,
Dorothy?
it's Dorothy.
Sorry.
Yeah,
It's Dorothy.
It's Dorothy.
Is it?
Good, good.
Guides the web series, guideswebseries.com, guides on Facebook, guides web series on Facebook, guides web series on Twitter,
Yes,
Yes. Is
that right?
absolutely. It is.
and the Greg and Jen show on YouTube.
Yeah,
Yes.
and on Twitter,
And
on
Greg and
Twitter.
Jen Show. And you can follow me, Jennifer_Nangle on Twitter.
Oh, you can follow me on Twitter. It's Jenn, JENN_Wilson, WILSON on Twitter as well.
All kinds of ways to get in touch with you.
So many ways to talk to us. It's fantastic, and we love it all.
Love it. Thank you
Oh,
so
and
much.
real quick, and on Ranker, if you're bored and want to vote,
Oh yeah.
we're on Ranker, and we want to just get ahead of the guild. I don't know why the guild is my mission, but the guild is my mission.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guild is overrated.
I've
I've watched a
Felicia
couple
Day,
episodes.
Felicia Day, man, God bless her. I want her career. I want to be able to do guides on my hiatus and then be a television actor.
Yeah.
That's
I love
a great
her.
idea.
I love Felicia Day. She's brilliant. So anyway, but we're coming for you, the guild. We're coming for you.
No
Ranker,
offense.
watch out.
People-
Anyway, sorry. I think that's all our plugs.
It's good. Are you
I
good?
think that's it. I think,
I
we're
think
good.
that's it.
Say hi to mom, dad.
Absolutely.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
They're not watching. They're not paying.
Love it. Guides the web series. Dorothy Dillingham Blue.
Hey, Brett Chapin.
We've reached the end of another episode of
We
La La Land.
have.
Look at this.
It flies.
It does fly.
Crazy.
One thing during our theater minute segment before you got here, I forgot to mention one other thing. This is auditions coming up for a new musical called Thank You Minerva. Our friend
Alan Stilson.
Alan Stilson.
Yes. Okay, you're
Yes.
going to love this. His granddaughter was a student of mine at Marquez.
Wow.
How about
Whoa.
that?
How about that for small world?
Random.
Yep.
And the director of this, Thank You Minerva, is a friend of mine.
Oh, no Okay.
Alyssa Nicole Koblenz.
Shazam. There we
Hank.
go.
So you both
Crazy.
will be auditioning for this show because you all know people. Is that what
It's
I'm
a
hearing?
small world, the theater world. Auditions are May 4th from 3 to 5 p.m. and May 7th from 8 to 10 p.m. at Sherry Shaw Studios. For info, email astillson at sbcglobal.net, Alan Stilson, or call 818-884-4284 to set an appointment and receive sides. Good stuff.
Excellent.
Heck yeah.
And we want to thank for the final time this month all of our amazing sponsors for the month of April. We have Colleen Keene, Cindy Marie Jenkins, Dolores DeLucci, Elizabeth Olkirk, Doug Oliphant, Caitlin Bauer, Michael Seal, Marie Baumgartner, Danny Gilmore, Lauren Hawkins, Kristen Towers-Rolls, and our 3 anonymous donors. Thank you so much for supporting us this month, the month of April.
We
Appreciate it.
And
cool.
Keeping the lights on.
Yeah. We're going to be having another Indiegogo account very soon, probably at the end of the month. So if you would like to be our sponsor for the month of June, keep an eye on our Facebook and our Twitter for that, and we'll announce your name every episode.
Yeah.
Because
Got lots of cool, nifty, swaggy type stuff for any
I like
donations.
swaggy.
It's swaggy.
I like swaggy.
a lot of good perks for people. It's basically free advertising. I think we're giving away 184 ads for our largest donation.
Nice.
Wow.
Across the LA Talk Live platforms.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, and what does
All
one
the
have to do to
stations.
be that lucky person?
They have to sponsor us for $500.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
And for I think they get 80 commercials for $250.
That's
kind of
great.
Kind of a steal.
Good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like $1 each.
Heck yeah.
So good stuff. Keep an eye on our Facebook and our Twitter for more information on that.
I love it.
Go see Dorothy and Spelling Bee. Go see me and Rent.
Yes.
Yes.
And
I'm gonna sing it. I want to sing it so bad.
I know.
I really
I
want you to
know.
now. Now I'm curious.
I'll sing it if you sing it.
I can't sing. It just makes me laugh.
Lose
so-
followers.
I know. Oh, it's so brilliant. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm allowed to say they're brilliant. Did they not win the Tony Award for
Of
Book
course.
of Mormon? So they're musical geniuses.
They are, yeah. Oh, yeah. They
Ooh.
definitely know their stuff.
Our friend Benny from Pantages Theater will love you for saying that.
Just
Yep.
saying. You
good
can't
stuff.
poo-poo Team America if you love Book of Mormon. I'm sorry.
Mm-mm.
Same people did it.
Yep.
Brilliant.
Or South Park the movie. So.
Oh.
And next week,
Blame
Who do we have?
Blame Canada.
Oh,
Brilliant.
yes.
next
From
week,
Detroit.
blame
We
Sean
loved that.
Harrington.
Yes.
Oh, blame Sean Harrington. He's back. No.
Sean Harrington from Simi Valley Cultural Arts Center's
Yes, yes.
production of Spamalot. He's going to be in here
Ooh,
talking to us,
nice.
Wonderful.
telling us all about the show.
Mhm.
Seems like it's going good. It's already opened.
Yeah, it's a beautiful space. If you've never been there, it's a really gorgeous space. So I'm excited.
Yes.
Hopefully I get
great.
the chance to go see it.
Oh, and Theater Minute, go see American Misfit at Boston Court. I saw a chorus line last night. It was amazing. I'm going to see Nothing But Hutton tonight.
Nice.
I'm going to see Slipping tomorrow. It's a full theater weekend for me.
Wow.
So, guys, check out these shows. They're good shows.
Awesome.
That's it, huh?
That's it.
All
I
right.
think that wraps it up for today, and because that's Brett Chapin right over there.
And that's Dorothy Dillingham Blue. This is La La Land on LA Talk Live, and we will see you at the top.